Hey, what's good, guys? This is your boy Nick Lee, and welcome back to my channel. And today, we're going back in Tomb Raider. This time, I'm just going to do a second part of the ending and just give my review. And first off, I always I've enjoyed playing the Tomb Raider games. The latest 3 Tomb Raider games that they have that has came out recently. Just a few years later. I mean, a few years back. Sorry. And then I know like some people have been complaining that like the latest Tomb Raider games that they made has been they kind of based it off of Uncharted games, but I mentioned before that I never played Uncharted, so I can't really say I can't really compare the two. But I do plan on playing Uncharted somewhere in the future. Okay, so first off, let me just start with the story. Now, on this game, at the beginning of this game, it was just showing Lara Croft as beginning her career as an archaeologist, and this is like her very first exhibition, and their first discovery was to seek out Yamatai, and then explore, and I mean just explore and kind of study it. So far, they've already studied the stories of the Sun Himiko, the Sun Queen, which is according to the history and the story that she was their leader, and she was known to have certain powers, like the ability to control the weather or transfer her soul one body to another, and just having a large army. And then so they were when they were on their way to find Yamatai, their ship got torn apart because of the storms, and then so they had to abandon it. And then as they got into the island, they got attacked by Matthias's men. We never know what their motive was until later on we start realizing that they have a leader, that we start understanding that Matthias was their leader, and he's like having them to kill anybody who just kill all the extra people, and then just take a few who are to join his cult, and then try and find, and then also finding performing certain rituals to help find a new body for the Sun Queen Himiko. And then we try to call SOS on airplanes or helicopters, and then we later find out that every time they come around, they get struck by lightning from the thunderstorms, and they end up getting crashed. And then we later on found out that in order for us to get off the island, we had to find the Sun Queen, find the body that the Sun Queen was in, and then destroy it, because according to her history and the storyline, she, like I said, mentioned before, that she has the power to transfer her soul to one body to another, and then somewhere along the line, one of the priestess that she chose to be her new vessel committed suicide, and then she kind of stuck to her last body, so she couldn't, even though she couldn't die, but she couldn't leave. Well, let me put it this way: she couldn't leave the body completely because because of her powers or whatever known reason, but she can't. So it's very safe to say that she was stuck. Stuck in a body, so even though she's dead, but she can't do anything. She was a ghost. I was gonna say it like that. Okay. Now the characters. Let me just start off with Roth, who was the mentor of Lara. If you check out some of the videos, you notice that she and Roth kind of have like that father and daughter relationship. I take that Laura's parents were dead, and then he already close friends with her dad, so she decided to take her under as her chose to adopt her, be an adoptive father. And you can't. Sorry, I take that Roth was the one who kind of trained her to climb mountains and learn how to use firearms and bows and arrows, and learn how to use survival tools. I don't know, like a lighter for fire, or learning how to start a fire. I mean, and to hunt animals. And let's see, what else? Oh yeah, and I already mentioned climbing mountains. Okay, so she was kind of the teacher. She was kind of she was the mentor of Laura. So everything she has done, Ra taught her. Now, okay. Let's see. Okay, let's start with Sam, the damsel in distress. If you check, I think I mentioned. No, naturally I didn't mention it, but there was like on one of the videos, there was this picture of her and Laura in their graduation gowns. So I take the they used to go to college together. So I don't know how long they have been friends, but I take that they were I think they were college friends. I'll just put it like that, and let's see. Now I'm not sure, like, I'm not sure how close Laura is to the other crew. I think Jonah is also another person who's also close friends with Laura, but they don't really show much like their history. It just shows that they have a good good friendship, good friendship. But of course, well, let me get back to Sam. Now, you know that in the story, Sam was getting kidnapped, and we later find out that Sam was chosen to be the new body for the Sun Queen, and then Matthias has been trying to have her captured to what do you call it? You know, for the ritual. And as you know that when they went under this fire ritual to set her on fire, and then you notice that like the wind came in and blew the fire out. So it take that Himiko. I take that she was chosen to be the new body. So okay, let me start with Grim. There's really not much to say. Grim was the old man, and he was the one who was the captain of the ship. So he kind of piloted everybody to the island. And on the last scene, the last part we saw him, he was held hostage, but he tried to fight him off, and unfortunately it kind of knocked him off a cliff, and so he and a couple of guys fell off, and it kind of had him killed. But you can tell he was a trooper though. I mean, he really didn't get. I guess you can take that he was one of those old men who just have a chip on their shoulder, but they, well, kind of adventurous side to them. But well, actually, ain't that much to say. He was adventurous and he was aggressive, and he ain't afraid to fight. I mean, there's really not much to say about Grim. Now Jonah, like I mentioned earlier, Jonah was close friends with Laura, and like he kept on saying keep calling her my little bird. So I take it's like a nickname for her. So I don't think it's intimate, but I think I think Jonah and Sam are like close friends with Laura. Now Alex is the white dude with the glasses, and he was the one who in charge of he was the one who takes care of the technology. So he was the nerd of the group. he and Reyes is kind of have this what kind of have friction. Not just one. I guess it's just one of those. I guess I don't know. I guess it would. Well, you know what? Let me just say about what Alex. I think that he was just the techno geek of the crew, and he kind of have this crush on Lara. And you know, on the last scene, the last time we saw him, he actually did something very heroic for the first time. Even though he had his leg caught in one of those. I can't find a word for it. But he was pinned down on the ship, but he sacrificed himself to give Lara the chance to escape, so she can get the tools get back to the group, so they can fix the ship. And then Alex, he just fought off the bad guys, and then just I don't know, shot one of those gas leaks and blew themselves up. So I mean, shoot. I mean, Alex is one of those guys. I mean, one of the characters I'm impressed with, because he sacrificed. Both him and Graham both sacrificed themselves to give Lara not just Lara, but also the rest of the crew a fighting chance. So those guys are like pretty have a heroic side to them. Now let's see, Reyes. Now Reyes, of course, she's like the only black woman of the crew, but I think she also has an intimate or a secret. She kind of has a secret relationship with Roth. If you watch one of those videos, and it was holding with Sam holding the camera, showing everybody on the crew and on the ship before they crashed. You notice that Reyes was fooling around with Roth, and then later on the story, we kind of realized that Reyes has kind of had this jealous streak with Lara. But what's funny about it is that when we read one of her journals, one of the journals with her writing some of her personal views, it kind of mentioned she was writing something to her daughter, saying that she may not be able to make it home, and then she later on confessed to her own daughter that Roth is her father. So we just found out that Reyes had a daughter when she and Alice were talking about fixing the equipment. And we noticed that when Alex took a picture out, and he kind of thought it was a hot girl, but it turned out it was Reyes' daughter. And then of course Reyes kind of strikes me as somebody who she's not exactly the I can't really say that she's not friendly, but she's kind of more professional. But on the same time, I also feel like she kind of has a jealous streak towards Lara because of the relationship Roth has with her. But the thing is, my problem is with Reyes is that she never even told Roth that he has a daughter, or at least I don't know. I'm not even sure if Roth knows that he has a daughter. But I know that Reyes, but she told. According to the journal, she just confessed to her daughter that Roth is her dad. So now you see what goes on between her and Roth is really nobody's business. But I just feel like her jealousy towards Lara, or I don't know, being critical towards Lara, it has nothing to do with each other. So I just feel like her feelings towards Lara is just completely unnecessary. And okay, oh yeah, Dr. Whitman, the infamous weasel of the crew, and a complete sellout, backstabber, and a complete pussy ass, just a pussy. I mean, there's really not much. I can say a lot about Dr. Women. Okay, look. First he was butting heads with Laura about where to find Yamatai. While Laura was trying to find new ways to find Yamatai and trying to find new routes, and then Whitman, he's just like I can't describe it, but it's just like he doesn't want to take any chances. But what's odd about it is that he doesn't have any better ideas, and he was talking about if you pay attention to their discussion, he was talking about like nobody believes that Yamatai can be like so far east or whatever. And then Laura was talking about we need to go to east because that's where he could be, because that's where Yamatai could be. And then she also mentioned about the storms, and then Alex showed everybody the weather patterns around the Bermuda Triangle. That's what I was getting at. Laura believes that it's located in the Bermuda Triangle, and then Whitman doesn't believe that. But the funny thing is that nobody has ever found it. So what other chance is there? It's like he doesn't like Laura's plan. But he doesn't have a plan of his own. And then we later on in the story, as the story progresses, like when we get attacked, but actually when we were getting cornered by the bad guys, he had a gun. He actually had a gun to point to them, and yet he was like, okay, just don't hurt us. And then he just simply hand us over to them, and then let them do whatever we want. Just had us tied up and kill all our crew members, and then he even did that again, like when we had to rescue our crews when we were in that cave and we had to rescue the rest of our crew. And then Whitman, he was in the at the palace with Matthias, wandering around free. And then Sam, she's being held captive just to be as their new vessel, as you know. And then Whitman, he's just walking around like it's no big deal. Like, what the hell are you doing? And this is and we already know he was acting suspicious when he finally ran to the crew saying that he was being attacked and being followed, and yet we've later found out that there weren't anybody over there. And then Laura just called him out saying that he was barely breaking a sweat, barely putting up a fight. We know good well he ain't put up any kind of fucking fight. And yet this dude here, but just, I don't know, he just, okay, and the last straw was he kidnapped Sam and took her back to Matthias. And what's funny about it is that he actually got killed after they took her to the monastery where the Storm Guard is, the Sun Queen's soldiers. And then he was trying to try to talk some sense with them, but then they obviously he said something wrong, and they didn't said something that kind of pissed him off, and it kind of sliced his ass up. Which I really don't feel too bad about, because he had it coming, bro. He had it coming. Now Matthias, the main villain of the story. What can I say? Let's see. An army. His own personal cult. Let's see. Easily manipulating everybody. Telling everybody that if we're gonna be free, we need to find a body for the Sun Queen. What's funny about that is that he even said it himself. Everything he did was to survive, but the problem is he didn't bother looking for the body and burn it. Instead, he wanted to look. He wanted to continue the body transfer. It's like he's helping Himiko even though he had no reason to. It's like basically helping Himiko is just his excuse for him to gain more power and just for him to have control of everything. I mean, that's pretty much what most villains are. They're controlling. They want all the power and authority, and they just want to They just want to use people for any means. And then when you disagree with him or go against him, he'll shoot you, or he'll just kill you dead ass. I mean, he'll just kill you straight up. So not much to say. I mean, even though he was an old man and not really much of a fighter, but he was a planner and a thinker, and obviously kind of like, I would say, he kind of has that politician vibe to him. It's like he knows how to talk to he knows how to talk to these guys, and that's part of the reason why he's able to survive this long and able to have the power that he had, because he knows how to manipulate these guys. So now, oh yeah, the last and not least, the Sun Queen. Unfortunately, she was just more of a plot device than a character. Even though the story kind of portrays her as a character, but the thing is that the only time that she has any effect to the story is when every time we try to get a plane or a helicopter to the island, she ends up there happens to be a storm coming out of nowhere, and then start striking it down, and end up crashing to the island. So it's just funny. And of course, in the last time we start seeing some parts of Himiko, or not as a character, but just her effect on the story, is when on the very last scene, when Sam's body was being transferred from that dead corpse, and there was like this energy coming out of that corpse, and then just pouring into Sam, and then we, as Laura, were on our way on a rescue mission. So ain't not much that I can say about the Sun Queen or Himiko. Okay, now for the gameplay mechanics. Hey, loved it, enjoyed it. I love using the handgun, the rifle, and the shotgun, and the bow and arrow. And as you notice, like through the story, as the story progresses and as we play, we end up upgrading more weapons, we end up getting like I would say better. We end up getting a different rifle each time, and a different handgun each time, and a different bow. Cause in the very first beginning of the game, we had an old bow, just kind of primitive, like a primitive bow and arrow. And then later on, close to the end of the story, we end up having a competitive bow or a compound bow, and we end up like being able to like shoot through certain objects, or shoot through rock. Because up to the point, like in the beginning, we'd be able to like shoot through wood with rope, and then able to pull it out through the door, or either I don't know, pull. You know what I'm getting at. We either pull it to open doors or certain passages, or we can shoot it into the walls and then pull ourselves up. So it's let's see, and we end up getting, as we along the way, we end up getting a climbing axe to help us climb on walls. And then later on, we've been able to use that climbing axe for close range fighting. So in case of that, if we don't have any weapons or anything, and people want to come after us, well, with swords and shields, the only thing we can fight them with is an axe. So that's pretty hilarious that we're able to have they have these swords and shields, and yet we be able to kick their ass with a climbing axe, with just an axe. Of course, I can just simply bust them up with a shotgun or a rifle if I'm lucky. I mean, there's not. Well, I mean, if you're trying to fight them close range, or with it fight them with an axe or close range, we just like wait for them to strike first, and then dodge, and then get them, either hit them with dirt in their face, or we can just like we'll say just smash their head in, or put an arrow to their heads, or which it don't really matter. But let's see. Oh, what else? Oh yeah, and we also end up getting a lighter. With a lighter, so we can use to like shoot fire arrows, or light up our arrows and shoot fire at them, or we can even modify it further with shooting them with napalm. And then let's see. What else could I say? Oh yeah. And we have. Speaking of modifications, they let us use silencers and oh yeah, extra ammunition or backup ammunition in case if we run low, or just extra ammunition, or like something to increase some modifications to help us increase damage, or silencers to help us do stealth kills or stealth hunting, or maybe other modifications to help us shoot faster, or just increase better more damage to our weapons. And then so like I said before, that I really love the game. I really love the mechanics they placed on here, and of course aside from the shootouts, I really enjoy the mechanics when we had to like kill them. The stealth killing. I would just say, like it. I think like certain parts of the game when we have to like sneak around these guys and then kill them one by one, we can either like shoot them with the bow, which actually is the most effective weapon to use because it doesn't make much noise. And then if not, we can just use or we can just like kill go up close to them and then just kill them close up. So other than that, not much to say. Oh yeah, also what about the parts when we had to do all the falling or the parachuting and riding down the rivers? You guys know what I'm talking about. I can't call them chase scenes, but I don't know. Basically, they're basically the sections where we just do a lot of stunts, and somehow we're able to survive with no injuries, like that. Which I don't even know how that's even a miracle, but somehow that is just probably just part of the plot. I'm just gonna say it. That's just part of the plot or part of the game or whatever the fuck. But I am just amazed at how we're able to go through all of that and not get dislocated shoulder or a dislocated leg or whatever, get our bones misplaced. I mean, we were able to we had some injuries here and there, but they were just, I don't know, they don't really show much of it. We just know that we get some injuries, but nothing permanent. which is also a good thing. But on the flip side, I don't really see how they're able to pull that off. Like, I don't know. I don't think anybody could survive going through all of those falling in real life. I just don't. But but anyway, I think that's pretty much all I can say. Again, I really enjoyed playing this game, and I hope you guys enjoy watching me play it. And if there are any games you want me to play, just go ahead and message me or whatever. All my pages are directly linked to my on my channel, so it shouldn't be too hard to it shouldn't be too hard to find. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a like, leave a comment, and subscribe for future content. And hopefully you guys have a good day and a good night. And Nick Lee out.